Point leader Bill Leone in the 43, Ray Reed in the 87, 33 of Ray Phillips, the 64 of Greg Moran Jr., Mark Schaefer in the 58, the 10 of Mitch Bombard, Piper Beal, and Caitlin DeSoma make up our field. And they rambled on the backstretch for the first time, fighting for position. And the leader of the pack is the 38 of Bud Keeney. P.J. Childs, who won in the heat race, runs in that second spot. And in third, Sean Skinner, looking for his first win in the year. And bottled up in the traffic behind him is the 43, the point leader, Bill Leone, who sits right now in seventh spot in the middle of a pack of cars. Moving to the front is P.J. Childs in the 31. And he leads the gang 3 laps in to our feature event. Sean Skinner has made his way into the second spot, and the battle on for third between John Moons in the 5 and Key in the 38. Running in fifth now is the 43 of Leone. And Greg Moran Jr. is sixth. John Nash seventh. Ray Reed eighth. Ben Castro ninth. Ray Phillips is 10th. Mark Schaefer, uncharacteristically off the pace, sits 11th. Mitch Bombard 12th. Caitlin DeSoma 13th. And Piper Beal makes up our field. Best battle on the track is for third. And it looks like Bud Keeney has outlasted the 5 of Moons. And Moons is tuckered out because he's going to be paid a visit to the outside by the 43 of Bill Leone. Behind them, Ray Reed and Greg Moran duel for position. And Leone has moved into fourth, drop kicking the 5 of Moons into the clutches of the Moran and Reed battle. It's Moran to the outside, trying to scoot his way into fifth. P.J. Childs trying to skate away. But the 24 of Schaefer is in tow. And the difference at the line is 0.4 of a second. And it's actually a little over a second and 2/10. And Keeney clicking off Childs clicking off the fastest lap on the track as we are down to 15 to go. They amble off the corner. And Childs starts to run into lap traffic. First on his list will be the 30 of Piper Beal. Childs clears as Piper goes to the inside. Skinner, the second place runner, clears. And now here comes Leone as he's going to try to fight his way to the podium. And gets by Keeney for the third spot. So we have Childs, Skinner, Leone, Reed, Keeney, Moran, Castro, Schaefer now has moved up to the 8th spot. Moons, who was up front earlier, is all the way down to 9th, and John Nash making up the top 10. And a battle for that third spot. Ray Reed and Bill Leone tangle a little bit, tussle a little bit. But Reed able to grab third, which will really set up a tight final week in the Super X cars. Sean Skinner will gain a bit. Actually may take the lead. Ben Castro, now in the picture running 7th, will fall back a bit. But Ray Reed will jump up a bit. So there will be a 3-car battle for the title next Wednesday here at the Speed Bowl. But looking to close in and grab his first win of the season will be P.J. Childs. He's had 2 top 5 runs as he whistles across the line, 7 to go. Skinner back by over a second and a half. Then it is Reed in 3rd, Leon and Moran. So we look, let's see. If my math is correct, 2 points separate each position. And Sean Skinner will go into next week with a 2-point lead over Bill Leon. Actually make that a 3-point lead. But right now we're looking at the finish and P.J. Childs all by his lonesome with 3 laps left in the Super X car feature event. And P.J. Childs will see 2 to go when he ambles off the corner and crosses the line. Skinner in 2nd. Then here comes Reed, Leon, Castro, Moran, Schaefer now 6th, Keeney 7th, Williams 8th, 9th is Nash, and Mitch Bombard makes up the top 10. One more time around for P.J. Childs to pick up the win. Down the backstretch and clear sailing into turn number 3. Here comes your winner. It'll be number 31 of P.J. Childs. Finishing in 2nd is the 87 of Ray Reed. The 43 of Bill Leon is 3rd. The 88 of Ben Castro 4th. And Greg Moran.
Over 1,000 hours on this car, and just to see the return in the first season is just, it's crazy. You know, this is not what I expected, so.
Well, your dad helps out. I don't see any names on the car, but there has to be some other people besides your dad who helped you get to your first ever career win.
First and foremost, I want to dedicate this win to Pat Denellen, who's a really good friend of mine. He was a high school teacher of mine. He got in a wreck last week and got hurt, and I really wish that he was here to see this because I would rub it in his face a little bit. But other than that, it's me, my dad. I have to thank my mom for always being supportive, my brother and sister. We have no sponsors, so if you or anybody you know wants to help out on a fast car, we got plenty of room.